Well, it was actually a Chinese bass player. He came back from LA, he was in LA, and we had a jazz club in Calgary. I was 18 at the time, trying to get through high school. I was in grade 11. And Raymond Ma was his name. He gave me a Lenny Bruce comedy album and a marijuana joint. And then he waited for me to light it, and I just put the joint in my pocket. And so he lit his joint. And it was the first time I ever smoked.
And how was that?
Oh, changed my life. It changed my life. I was listening to music. There was a jazz tune, and it helped my memory. They say pot makes you lose your memory, but no, I can remember every detail. I was listening to a tune called Lonely Woman by Ornette Coleman. And I could see the woman that the song was about in a window of in a balcony of a hotel, and she's all alone, and that feeling I had, that first high, and when you get high, like with jazz or a beautiful woman or something like that, it just makes everything so magical. And so I knew right then, that night, I said, I know what I have to do. So the next day I went and quit school. You're not teaching me anything I need to know. You know, I'm wasting my time here. I got to get on the street and learn how to be a blues musician. And so that's, and the band that you see here, that was in there, we played in Calgary. And it's interesting because I always had a social consciousness. I don't know, when my friend and I got busted for joyriding, it was called, when we were 16 years old, and he stole the car, and then it stalled, and he called me up, and I went and tried to help him start it, and then the cops pulled up, we ran, but it would just snowed, and so the cops just followed our footprints. You know? Of course, I ran in the house, and we both ran in the house, ran into the bed, got into the covers, and I told my mom, we've been here all night. And the cop knocks on the door, and my mother answers the door. Before he said anything, she goes, they were here all night. And the cop didn't say anything, come and drug us out of there. So we went to jail, and so while I was incarcerated at that time, I started thinking, you know, of a very social consciousness, you know. And so I noticed, you know, the kids had nothing, you know, teenagers had nothing to do in Calgary, and you know, that's why we're stealing cars, I guess. And so we started a teen club. And so we had a teen club with a band, and it was a very popular Saturday night thing, but they made you quit playing music at 12 noon, midnight. And so after we play, all the hoodlums and thugs that would come to our dance would go out into the city and create all kinds of trouble, havoc, you know, just because you're all jazzed up from the rock and roll. And so the mayor of Calgary, Don McKay at the time, he called us into his office, and there's the chief of police and the mayor, and I think the city attorney, and the head of the Boys Club guy, and or the Legion. And the mayor, I thought we were going to get an award or something. And the chief of police says, we think it's a good idea if you guys leave town because we got the Christmas holidays coming up, and you know, we don't want to have that kind of trouble. So we said, hey, we could take a hint. We got the hell out of town.